Good morning, children. Today, let us study about our earth. We want to know inside our earth. You know, the earth, our homeland, is a dynamic planet. It is constantly undergoing changes inside and outside. Have you ever wondered what lies in the interior of the earth? What is the earth made up of? The interior of the earth, just like an onion, just like an onion, the earth is made up of several concentric layers with one inside another. The uppermost layer of the earth's surface is called crust. It is the thinnest of all the layers. It is about 35 kilometer on the continental masses and only 5 kilometer on the ocean floors. The main minerals constitute of the continental mass are silica and alumina. It is thus called Sial. The main mineral constitute of the continental mass are silica and alumina. It is thus called Sial. Silica's Si and alumina's Al. So we can name it as Sial or silica and contain silica and alumina. So once again I will revise the main mineral constitute of the continental mass are silica and alumina. It is thus called Sial. Sial's first two letters Si from silica and alumina's first two letter Al, that is that we can together call Sial. Silica's Si, alumina's Al, so Sial. So the oceanic crust mainly consists of silica and magnesium, and it is therefore called Sima. Silica Si and magnesium Semme, so we can call it Sima. The oceanic crust, you can see the oceanic crust. In this oceanic crust, that you can see two things are there, that is silica and magnesium. The oceanic crust mainly consists of silica and magnesium. It is therefore called Sima. Silica's Si and magnesium Sima, magnesium Semme, so we can call it Sima. So next, just beneath the crust, it is the mantle. You can see the mantle. You can see mantle. Just beneath the crust, you can see the mantle. You can see the mantle, which extends up to the depth of 2900 kilometer. How much kilometer? 2900 kilometer below the crust. You can see below the crust. So the the innermost layer of the core is called the radius. You can see the radius, the innermost layer of the earth, that you can call it as radius, of about 3500 kilometer. It is mainly made up of nickel and iron and is called knife. Nickels Ni and ferrous Fe, so that you can see knife. The mainly it is made up of nickel and iron and is called knife. Ferrous, it means iron, it contains iron, that is iron. The central core has very high temperature and pressure. The central core, you can see that very high temperature and pressure. So what we discuss today? We discuss today about the interior of the earth. Just like an onion, we discussed that just like an onion, the earth is made up of several concentric layers with one inside another. The uppermost layer over the earth's surface is called the crust, the top layer. that is the crust. Just you can see this red color that shows the mantle. Then that shows the mantle, and just beneath the mantle you can see that is the core. Core are of two type, inner core and outer core, you can see from this picture. And you know that the continental, in this continental masses, there are continental masses are there, at the same time oceanic crust are there. In the continental masses you can see the substances. Which are the substances you can see in the continental areas? The continental areas masses you can see silica and alumina, that is Cl. Oceanic crust, you can see in the oceanic crust you can see the two substances. Which are the two substances in the oceanic crust? Silica and magnesium. Beneath the crust it is mantle, which extends up to the depth of 2900 kilometer below the crust. You know, the innermost layer of the core is core with a radius of about 3500 kilometer. It is mainly made up of nickel and iron and is called knife. Ferrous, that is iron. The central core has very high temperature and pressure. The central core has very high temperature and pressure. So do you know the deepest mine in the world in South Africa is in South Africa? It is about 4 kilometers deep. In search of oil, engineers had dug a hole about 6 kilometers deep to reach the center of the earth, which is not possible. Even though it is not possible, you will have to dig a hole of 6,000 kilometers deep to the ocean floor. The crust formed only 0.5% of the volume of the earth. 16% consists of the mantle and 83% makes the core. The radius of the earth is 6,371 kilometers. If you want to go the center of the earth 6,000 kilometers, you have to dig. So it's not possible at all. So you can understand that that is the center of the earth. The crust that is formed of only 0.5% volume, and this earth 16% consists of the mantle and 83% makes the core. It means that crust is very less compared to mantle and core. Crust only 0.5 only. But you consider about the mantle 16% is there, but the core is more, 83% makes the core. I hope that you understood this much. Next we want to know about the rocks and minerals. Rocks and minerals. The earth crust that is made up of various types of rocks. Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth crust is called rock. What is rock? The earth crust is made up of various types of rocks. Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth crust is called rock. Any natural mass of mineral matter that makes up the earth crust is called rock. Rocks can be of different color, size and texture. There are three types of rocks are there. Which are the three types of rocks? The three types of rocks are igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and igneous rocks, that is igneous rocks. Second one is sedimentary igneous rocks. You can see igneous rocks. Second one sedimentary rocks. Third one metamorphic rocks. Which are the three types of rocks? Igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. Igneous, that Latin word igneous meaning fire. Sedimentary, Latin word sedimentum meaning settle down. Metamorphic, the Greek word metamorphos meaning change of form, that is metamorphic rock. Then we want to know about igneous rock. What are igneous rocks? What are sedimentary rocks? And what are these metamorphic rocks? We want to know. So when the molten magma cools and it becomes solid when rocks thus formed are called igneous rocks. What are igneous rocks? When this molten magma cools, it becomes solid. Rocks thus formed are called igneous rocks. They are also called primary rocks. These, the igneous rocks are otherwise called primary rocks. There are two types of igneous rocks: intrusive rocks and extrusive rocks. So when the molten lava comes on the earth's surface, it rapidly cools down and becomes solid. Rocks formed in such a way on the crust are called extrusive igneous rocks. The molten lava comes on the earth's surface, it rapidly cools down and becomes solid, and thus formed the rocks called extrusive igneous rocks. Intrusive is there. What is intrusive? Sometimes the molten magma cools down deep inside the earth crust. Solid rocks so formed are called intrusive igneous rocks. Sometimes this molten magma, what happens? It cools down and deep inside the earth crust, solid rocks so then formed, that are called intrusive igneous rocks. One is that that is cools down and becomes solid in the surface, that is extrusive. If it is in the inside of the earth, that is intrusive. Inside the earth, intrusive. It is surface of the earth, it cools down and forms the rocks called extrusive igneous rocks. I hope that you understood. Then we want to know more about the sedimentary rocks. The word sediments, you have heard about the word sediments. You know that rocks sometimes rolls down, crack and hit each other and are broken down into small fragments or small pieces. These smaller particles are called sediments. These smaller particles are called sediments. These particles are called sediments. First we discussed about igneous rocks. Next we discussed about sedimentary rocks, and third one we discussed about metamorphic rocks. Second one sedimentary rocks, and the third one metamorphic rocks. Igneous rocks, that that when the molten magma cools down, it becomes solid. Thus formed are called igneous rocks. They are also called primary rocks. Igneous rocks are of two types, which are they? Intrusive and extrusive. When this molten magma cools, that lava cools down surface, that is called extrusive. If inside it cools down, that is called and forms the rocks called intrusive igneous rocks. Inside, that is intrusive igneous. If surface of the earth cools down and forms the rocks called extrusive igneous rocks. But what are sedimentary rocks? Sedimentary rocks, these are rocks rolls down, cracks around and hit each other and are broken down into small fragments. These smaller particles are called sediments. These sediments are transported and deposited by wind, water, etc. These loose sediments are compressed and hardened to form layers of rock. These types of rocks are called sedimentary rocks. Igneous and sedimentary rocks can change into metamorphics under great heat and pressure. For example, clay change into slate and limestone into marble. These rocks, you can see that these rocks makes it as limestone and marble due to the heat, due to this great heat and pressure. So rocks are very useful to us. Rocks are very useful to us. You know that the rocks are very useful to us. The hard rocks are used for making roads. How these are very much useful to us. The hard rocks that are very much useful to us for making roads, houses and buildings. You may have played different types of games. Which are the games you played? Sometimes you may played seven stones. Seven stones you may play. And next is you may play Stapu Kit Kit. This is the game that Stapu Kit Kit. Stapu Kit Kit, and sometimes you may play seven stones. Find out some more games by asking your grandparents, parents, and neighbors with the use of small stones or pebbles. Next, you know that some buildings that are made up of some of the buildings, famous buildings that are made up of rocks. For example, Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal, you know, that is made up of white marble. Then you know very well about the Red Fort. It is made of red sandstone. These rocks, with the help of these rocks, constructed marvelous buildings such as Taj Mahal and Red Fort. That you will be surprised to know that one type of rocks changes into another type under certain conditions in a cyclic manner. This process of transformation of the rock from one to another, that is known as rock cycle. You know, the surface of the rocks break down due to the weathering and erosion, due to wind and other forces. It may break down and it will be transported to deposited underwater, and from that it makes our sediments, then go through the compaction and cementation, and sedimentary rocks are formed. Then these sedimentary rocks get buried and deep underground in the heat and pressure. It forms the metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks, due to high temperature and heat, it melts and forms magma. Then the volcanic eruption that occur, that tempts this molten magma that comes out when it solidifies exterior, that we can call it as extrusive igneous rocks are formed, and when it cools inside, that is intrusive igneous are formed, that is igneous rocks. Then it forms igneous rocks. These igneous rocks slowly force to the surface. Then again, due to weathering and erosion, it transported deposit underwater. Again, sediments formed. Then it becomes sedimentary rocks. Then it transforms into metamorphic rocks. Again, changes happen and it will become igneous rocks. Again, the weathering, due to weathering, it will be transported. So, this cyclical process that may happen, this is called a rock cycle. This process we can call it as rock cycle. This process is called a rock cycle. Next, you know that this is an activity for you. What are the minerals most commonly used in the following objects? Identify some more objects made up of different minerals. You know, in your home, many equipments or tools are used. For example, karahi. That is, in your house, karahi may be there. That karahi is made up of which metal? Iron. Then your ornaments. These ornaments are made up of which mineral? Gold and silver. Then your lamp, that is made up of either copper or zinc. Then you may have hammer in your home. That hammer is made up of which metal? Iron. Then the bell in our school, that is made up of iron. Then pan and tawa, it is either made up of copper, zinc or iron. You have to find more equipments like this made up of many type of minerals. Can you do it? Okay, children, I hope that you understood this lesson very much. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.